Leute, was geht? Heute gibt es mal Horrorfilme aus Lego. Ganz genau, Leute. Es gibt nämlich einen YouTuber, der hat die ganzen Kreaturen, die ganzen Sachen wie Pennywise, Five Nights at Freddy's, Freddy Fazbear und viele weitere Horrorkreaturen aus Lego nachgebaut. Richtig cool, richtig detailliert. Und wir schauen das Ganze auf dem Kanal von Sacred an. I made Horror Movies in Lego, FNAF and more. Lasst einen Daumen nach oben da, abonniert den Kanal, checkt ihn gerne aus und ich würde sagen, let's go mit dem Video. Oh mein Gott, Alter, habt ihr das gerade gesehen? Da war einfach die Entity aus den Backrooms. Und ihr wisst, Leute, ich und Denno, also Denno und ich, haben die Backrooms durchgespielt. Zumindest bis zu den Levels, die noch da sind mit den Updates. Also wir haben erstmal alles durchgespielt. Yo!
Okay, now there's a lot of scary characters. Creepy clowns, creepy monsters, my math teacher, but the first thing that we're gonna make is Five Nights at Freddy's, so I spent $30 on some parts to build the squad.
Yo! Moment, so wie ich das sehe, gibt es gar nicht Five Nights at Freddy's aus Lego. Aber die Gesichter sehen ja... Leute, guckt euch mal an, wie detailliert die Köpfe sind. Welche Firma stellt bitte so hochwertige Lego-Charaktere her? Ich glaube Lego. Die nächste Klage kommt.
So starting off with Freddy himself, I built my boy's entire body with this awesome headpiece on top, and then I gave him a mic so that he can freestyle. And it definitely looks a lot better than this custom brick-built one I tried to make in the past.
Ja, es sieht deutlich besser aus als die Version, die man selber baut. Hier würde man ihn noch ein bisschen erkennen, aber da sieht eher aus wie Foxy und nicht wie Freddy.
And after Freddy, I built a figure of Chica with this creepy cupcake she's holding, Bonnie with a guitar, Toy Bonnie, which is just a blue version of Bonnie, my favorite figure Foxy, who has an eye patch and a pirate hook, and finally Golden Freddy. And here's the Five Nights at Freddy squad. They turned out looking really good, so drop a comment if you...
Boah, Golden Freddy ist so gruselig. Der ist so gruselig.
Pull up to their concert. Now that we have Five Nights at Freddy...
Also, muss man sagen, Leute, das ist schon echt krass, wie detailliert das gemacht wurde. Man muss es sagen, die sehen einfach aus 1:1. 1:1.
These figures, I'm gonna make a stage for them to perform in. So first, I built this gray base. Okay, now that we got this base, it's time to build a...
Oh, wie das triggert. Seht ihr das hier, diese Kante? Bro, er hat so gute Charaktere. Aber Bro, schließ doch bitte das hier ordentlich ab. Bitte.
Floor to put the stage on. So I grabbed my tile pieces and dug through the endless bins to find enough black and white ones to build this pattern that looks like a chessboard. Then I started to build up the stage itself.
Ey, ohne Witz, das triggert so. Also wirklich, ich baue ja Lego ab und zu mal gerne, ne? Wenn ich so ein paar Sets von Nintendo habe, die ich sage, okay, cool, baust du das mal, baust du das mal. Ich mache jeden Stein mit Liebe platzieren. Jeder von diesen Teilen ist auch so exakt gerade. Das hat er hier sehr gut geschafft. Das ist eine Kunst. Aber, Bro, dieses Stück. Dieses eine Stück. Das hätte der machen sollen.
By making this brown platform and then adding transparent pieces to build this glass pillar going around the whole thing. Then to finish up the stage, I stole these red door pieces from a Ninjago and used them as a fancy red backdrop. Then I added some colorful lights on top and now I think it's time.
Bro, das ist so instabil. Oh nein, guckt euch die Stage an. Es ist alles schief. Ich krieg dort einen Kollaps. Time
to move in the squad. Now we got the squad on stage, but it's still not done. I mean, look at this audience. Bruh. It's more empty than when a TikToker does a fan meetup. So I built up some high chairs in the front so that figures can get front row seating to the concert, and then made some tables on the side with pizza, and now it looks like it's ready to throw a party. So I added in a bunch of the other horror figures to chill out, eat some pizza, listen to some music, before engaging in an actual fight later in the video. Okay, now that we got a bunch of stuffed animals playing music, I'm gonna make horror movie characters. So I bought some specialized parts.
Oh man, Alter, wer kennt noch den Joker, den Pennywise-Tanz, den Loser-Dance? Boah, ey, war das ein Trend damals.
Off the internet, and now it's time to build.
Oh, Stranger Things. Ghostface.
Now we have a bunch of characters that are a lot better than what you can make with normal Lego parts, so let's take a look at them. First, I built up Ghostface some Scream with his black robe, this giant custom cape piece, his creepy white mask, and of course his black hood.
Das sieht echt gut aus. Leute, der Ghostface sieht echt gut aus. Ich meine, da kann man nicht viel falsch machen, ne?
So that he could sneak around. And to complete the figure, I gave him his knife so that now he could sneak up on you and have a fun time. Next, another horror movie that I genuinely got nightmares from growing up was Child's Play. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty much a movie where a doll terrorizes people, so I'm gonna try and build the main doll, Chucky, my 9-year-old self's #1 enemy. I smashed together the blue fit that he has in the movie and then added the creepy head and hair, and it's already
Boah, Alter, diese Minifiguren, wo kann man die kaufen? Die sehen ja einfach richtig gut aus. Wo kann ich solch gute Minifiguren bitte holen?
Giving me PTSD, but it's not done yet, because I also had to give him a weapon, and now it's game over. Imagine waking up and seeing this. Okay, now it's time for another build. This time, I'm gonna build the back rooms, which is pretty much this creepy infinite room that people get stuck in. So I grabbed a tan base and started building some walls.
Okay.
And after the most...
Also, das ist schon krass, dass er so viele sandbraune Lego-Teile hat. Die kriegt man ja normalerweise sehr selten, ne?
Repetitive building in my life, I finished the back rooms. It's got a bunch of hallways, openings, creepy dead ends, but it's still not scary enough. So I'm gonna build one of the villains that lives in the back room, the bacteria entity. So I spent an hour finding a bunch of random black pieces and connecting them together to form his shape. And the finished product kind of looks like someone who's never eaten food in their life. So
boah, das ist so... Leute, wir müssen mal Analyse betreiben. Dieses Teil, guckt euch das mal an. Es sieht aus wie die Entity. So gut. Aber er ist aus diesen ganzen Schrauben gemacht. Das ist der Greifarm, Leute, von Star Wars, ja, von dem Droiden. Das ist die Blaster. Hier haben wir einfach 2 durchsteckbare Pins. Dann haben wir hier einmal so einen Zahn. Dann haben wir hier so einen Laserschwertaufsatz. Plus natürlich auch noch so eine Kelle. Alter, das sind so krasse Teile, aber man kommt da selbst nicht drauf, das zu bauen so.
So I added him to his new home and finished the set. Subscriber, I'll teleport you inside.
Wow.
Okay, next, let's build Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, on Friday the 13th in real life. I built him with tin jacket that have blood and scars all over them from him terrorizing everyone, and then I gave him this head with this hockey mask that he wears to cover his face, and just from that, he already looks really creepy, but it's not complete without giving...
Boah, dieses Oberteil, diese Farbe, ist so etwas, was Lego niemals machen würde. Das sieht so giftig aus, es sieht so gut aus.
Him his machete so that now he's ready to fight any of these other figures if they get in his way in the haunted house. Now for the 6th figure of the series, I'm building Michael Myers from Halloween, who's pretty much the serial killer that wears a white mask, so he's gonna fit right in with everyone else. I gave him this blue leg and torso piece that has a bunch of pockets in it, his creepy white mask that he uses to cover his face, and this dark brown hair piece that matches how he looks. And then I also gave him a knife as an accessory, so he's ready to fight off anyone in his path.
Crazy, ey.
Okay, next.
Hey, das ist doch Slenderman, der jetzt kommt.
I'm gonna build Slenderman, who's pretty much this super long, skinny guy with no face. Okay, but right now he is way too short to be Slenderman.
Und jetzt gibt es da 2 Methoden. Erstens, du kannst so eine 2x2 in schwarz nehmen, so einen Stein, 2x1 Stein, damit du den schon mal an den Beinen länger machen kannst. Das ist durchlich machbar. Die Arme ist schwierig, aber man kann dann hinten diesen Rückenaufsatz machen, den du zwischen Hals und Kopf machst, und dann hinten hast du dann die Möglichkeit, so diese Tentakeln zu platzieren. Ich glaube, das wird er so machen.
So I added a brick inside of his body to
ja.
extend him. Okay, now he's tall enough.
Leute, ich immer noch. Kindheit. Immer noch.
But there's still something he's missing. Slenderman also has these giant tentacles that come out of his body, so I built up this neck piece with these creepy looking long things and added it to his body. They should put him in the NBA. He's so tall, he's got 6 hands, he'd be a monster. Next, from a classic horror movie, I made Freddy Krueger with his striped sweater, his claw that he uses to attack people, and then this super detailed face piece that looks more wrinkled than an old person.
Mit dem Indiana Jones Hut. Haha. Geil.
After being in the pool for 3 hours. If you're not already scared by him staring into your soul, then don't worry, you will be soon. Because one of the scariest things in the world is
oh ja, wie heißt der nochmal? Terrifier, der heißt S, der Clown, ne?
Creepy clowns, and the next figure I made is Pennywise from It. Easily one of the creepiest characters in all of horror, so I built him up using some clown drip, his head, and a red hairpiece, and then gave him his
Art the Clown war das, Art the Clown.
Red balloon that he's always holding. And now that we have a creepy clown ready to scare people, I'm gonna build him the 3rd Lego set by making the storm drain that he lives in and scares kids from. So I grabbed a gray base and built it up. And then added in some tiles for the road and built up the curb that Pennywise is gonna peep through. I also added some grass on the other side and made the road drippy with some transparent pieces.
Sieht gut aus.
In the scene, it was pouring rain. And then I built up a figure of Georgie with his yellow outfit and added him into the road. And it didn't take...
Bro, wie sehr das triggert, Leute. Boah, da müssen wir drauf zoomen. Hier ganz dick drauf zoomen. Alter, diese Lücke. Ich werde da, ich krieg dann, oh, hier die Lücke. Leute, schreibt Lücke in die Kommentare. Jeder einzelne. Lücke, ich dreh durch. Ich dreh durch. Es sieht so gut aus, aber das,
Take long for Pennywise to be summoned in, and he started to talk to the kid. Let's just hope he doesn't get any closer, cause then, oh crap, he's dead. Alright, next, I built the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, using Lego's official minifigure. Just kidding.
Ah, das ist die offizielle Lego-Minifigur. Ja, stimmt, es gibt ja Stranger Things aus Lego. Das ist ja die Kreatur, ne?
You think I'm gonna use this puny little Demogorgon? No, this is our Demogorgon.
Oh, yo, der sieht auf jeden Fall besser aus.
It looks so much more menacing and creepy compared to Lego ones. That head looks like it came straight out of the sewer. And since this guy's a straight up menace in the show, he might just cause a lot of chaos when we build the haunted house. Okay, next, another movie that...
Oh yeah, jetzt kommt... Also es ist aber kein Horrorfilm, ja? Also ich meine, Joker ist ja keine Horrorkreatur. Es ist ein super Bösewicht.
What's pretty creepy is the Joker with this guy in the red suit. So I copped a figure of him with the fancy red suit that's probably straight out of the Gucky store. And then I added on his clown face and green...
Wer kennt ihn nicht, den Gucky Store? Wo hast du deine Jacke? Bei Gucky? Ich habe bei Gucky geguckt. Ja. Oder die Audemars Piguet. Ich habe auch eine Audemars Piguet Uhr.
Green hair. The figure honestly looks really good and accurate to the movie, and I also gave him this tiny pistol that he can use. Next, I built another clown called Twisty the Clown. This guy kind of looks like the Walmart version of Pennywise, and the face is probably one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life.
Wer ist das?
Next, I built the villain from The Shining, Jack Torrance, and I gave him this bloody axe piece, and he looks super...
Alter, das ist ja unglaublich, wie krass die Charaktere aussehen können, wenn man denen die richtigen Outfits gibt. Das ist ja unglaublich, wie krass.
Angry and ready to fight and break into that haunted house. Next, here's a horror character I built called Pinhead, whose face is literally made of pins. Imagine punching him in the face. Next, here's a figure of Billy the Puppet from Saw with his suit, his creepy face, and the saw that he's gonna use to fight in the haunted house. Next, here's Leatherface. It's pretty much this angry guy holding a chainsaw, and here's the Lego figure of him with the chainsaw piece. Okay, now we have all of the figures. So for the fourth and final build, I'm gonna build a haunted house for everyone to move into and fight each other. So I grabbed the base plate and built the shape of an island, so that once you're in the house...
Oh mein Gott, das gibt mir gerade richtig Animal Crossing Vibes, weil ich habe mal früher auch so eine Platte, auch eine eigene Animal Crossing Insel gebaut. So, wer hat das nicht schon mal gemacht, Leute? Eine große Baseplate, dort schön die ganzen Lego-Steine drauf platzieren. Er macht es aber cool, er macht nur die flachen Platten drauf, weil dadurch kann er auch diese Ecken hinbekommen. Hätte ich eigentlich auch machen können mit normalen Steinen, aber ich hatte keine Kreativität zu der Zeit.
You can't leave. Next,
hab ich immer noch.
I'm gonna build a dirt patch for a haunted graveyard next to the house. So I added in tombstone number 1, tombstone number 2, and tombstone number 3, and a dead guy who couldn't afford one for their body. But while I was finishing up the graveyard, Freddy Krueger and Jason pulled up to fight each other in it. Okay, while they keep doing that, I'm gonna build the haunted house.
Okay.
I only have one pumpkin piece, so he's gonna be lonely. So now that we added in a pumpkin that's lonelier than me, I'm building this entranceway in the front with dead plants and torches to make it look creepy, but not nearly as creepy as what's gonna happen inside. So then I made walls around the house to make sure that no one could escape. And now I'm gonna make an inside room for all of the figures to party in. I remade the Five Nights at Freddy's stage so that there can be some music while everyone fights, cool. And then added in some chairs that have spikes on them, the head of a snake that's just hanging on top, and 2 creepy statues on the sides. And finally added a door to the back to recreate the Here's Johnny scene from The Shining, where our Jack Torrance minifigure breaks through a door with his axe. Now that we've got everything set up for a party inside, I grabbed the rest of our horror figures and spawned them into the house, and immediately people started fighting each other. And to prevent anyone from escaping and running away from their fight, I added this black roof on top and attached this creepy candle to the front, and then added in this tree in the back because I thought it looked cool and creepy. And after that, I added in the rest of our horror figures around the island, and now with all of these menaces stuck on the island, it's gonna be crazy. And immediately everyone started fighting it out, so before they jump through the screen and drag...
Es sieht so unglaublich cool aus. Wenn das ein Lego-Set wäre, mit der Art von Minifiguren, es wäre so ein schönes Diorama-Set. Man könnte damit spielen, man könnte damit einfach Szenen nachstellen, Szenen erfinden. Es ist so cool.
Kindly tap that subscribe button down below or I'll send all of these guys to your house.
Boah, wirklich ein nices Video. Wirklich. Das Haus, es sieht so gut aus. Es hätte auch ein offizielles Lego-Set sein können. Es ist so detailliert, so schön beschmückt. Es ist zwar nicht so stabil, aber vielleicht kann man es ja zum Spielen so nutzen, dass man das auch mal kaputt machen kann. aber es ist ein sehr, sehr schönes Set. Leute, aber an der Stelle würde ich sagen, ich hoffe, das Video gefallen. Lasst ein Like da, abonniert den Kanal. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. IDs raus, haut rein und ciao.